What's up, folks? How y'all doing today, man? What's going on?
How you bitches doing?
Yeah, man. Hey, we gonna get right into this thing, man. So y'all know the big news is going on. Epstein Files have been voted on in the House. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and no shocker, it overwhelmingly was a yay. So now, folks, you understand it's got to go to. It's got to go now. It's got to go to the Senate, of
The
course.
Senate, yeah.
I'm gonna bring this up so y'all can see. So you know we ain't around here telling no lies. Look at this.
Quiet
Republicans
like that.
216. 216. Oh, let me get it up there. So 216 yays, one nay, know what the fuck that is, and two non-votes. Democrats did 211 yays, no nays. None of them. None
You
of them
know,
didn't. Okay, please remember this, folks. No Democrat in the House voted for this to not be released. All of them voted for it to be released. Just remember that now. 3 non-votes. No independents voted on it at all. They didn't have any. So I guess in the House there are no independents. So a 427 to 1 vote with 5 non-votes. Okay. I guess somebody trying to be them, down the middle, neutral. Say they didn't or they didn't. You know what I'm saying? But regardless, if you didn't vote for it, that means you really wasn't trying to get them released anyway. That's how I read it.
wait to man, wait
So
till
now,
these,
oh, go
wait
ahead,
till
go
these
ahead. Say what you gotta
Democrat,
say.
wait till these Democrats, wait till these Democrats find out that a lot of motherfuckers they sure they be supporting ain't
Some dirty bitches.
ain't the motherfuckers that you think
The
they
deep
are.
state is going down, just like he promised before. He made this promise before his first term. And now that Trump is back, Trump obviously has been planning and been strategic as hell and said, I'm gonna do this in this month. I bet you he went that detailed into it. We're gonna do this in this month. If they do this, we're gonna do this. Da 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 da. Because now here you are looking at this now. These Democrats have had these files all of Biden's term. Now, Roland Martin was on damn YouTube saying the reason he had to read somebody else's explanation, which is I knew it. I knew he was about some bullshit. Okay, and you're gonna see this in this video I'm about to show you because Black Conservative Perspective did a good job on this. So basically, Roland Martin had to read somebody else's explanation of why the Democrats didn't release it while Biden was in office, which is some
It was
bullshit
bullshit.
because they tried to say that because Elaine Maxwell's trial was still going on and still being investigated, they couldn't release and it wouldn't be good to release that because it'll let somebody else know that you're coming for them. No, that's bullshit. As many times as things get leaked, if they would have had this bombshell information that would bury Trump and make him harder for him to be elected, don't you think somehow that would have found itself to be leaked some kind of way?
Yep.
Wasn't his tax returns leaked?
That's why I said to those fucking idiots on TikTok,
Bullshitters.
I was like, bruh, if there was really any water to this shit, one, I will be the second. I'll be right behind you with the pitchforks. I'll be right behind you. But since there's no evidence, there's pretty much
No
nothing.
evidence. No evidence that Trump
All
was at
all
all.
all y'all want to do is it's just basically another way you could internalize hating Trump in your mind.
I
That's
don't
all
even
that
know
it
their. I
is.
don't know. I do not know their motive for this, dog. Other than they got to try to find a way to make this administration. They're just totally opposition. because they
This is
didn't win shit. They ain't winning shit from here on out. That shit, Mondami winning and Spanberger winning, that shit wasn't no shocker. Blue states.
this is
Blue
what you
cities.
this is what you have when you on life support. Like when you basically you have you're basically throwing shit at the wall and let's see what fucking sticks. Let's just see what
Yep.
sticks. Let's see
Mm-hmm.
what happens. Don't worry about it.
Cause
No, we're gonna see
mm-hmm.
what happens.
Cause folks, if you didn't know, how about they found two Democrats that were doing some wrong before they even found that Trump was doing some wrong?
Dundee Negro, Negro, Negro.
And one of them is Hakeem Jeffries. Well, he wasn't actually doing anything wrong, supposedly. But why is it when you were campaigning? Why is it that your campaign office reached out to Jeffrey Epstein? Why was it y'all, I guess, suckling at the teat of a Democrat donor? Knowing that that's Epstein.
We wasn't even doing nothing.
So we're going to go ahead on and play this bullshit. Listen to this son bitch. He just got one of them damn faces you just want to punch, man.
Yeah, we don't see no video, bro.
You don't see? Oh, my bad. Hey, man. Hey, man. Hey, maybe I've had a pretty good night. Hey, I think I've had a pretty good night so far, man. I think I've had a pretty good night so far.
Like, who the fuck?
If that's the hey, dude, I'm just letting you know. I had a pretty good night so far, bro.
That's what's up.
All right, let's go.
Why should Americans trust you and House Democrats?
Once again, he got a face you want to punch. Hey, don't he look like Cecil the Turtle or some shit? He look like Cecil the Turtle or some shit, man. God dang. Buy low Obama. Fucking Kroger Obama. Walmart Obama. Dollar Tree Obama. Family Dollar Obama. Fucking shit. What's that damn City Trends Obama, nigga? That's City Trends Obama. That's who that is.
On the Jeffrey Epstein Files, when one of your own, Congresswoman Plaskett, was found to be texting with Jeffrey Epstein during a hearing, getting information from him, using that in her question.
Y'all do know about that, right? Everybody out there in YouTube land, y'all do know about that, right? Congresswoman Plaskett from Virgin Islands, representing the Virgin Islands, was actually texting with Epstein during the hearings on President Trump's lawyer, Michael Cohen. He's sitting there guiding her what to ask. She said, "Okay, what does that mean? All right, I'll do that." Then after she does it and he hears it on the TV that they asked the question, he says, "Good job." You see that? Boy.
Questioning during a congressional hearing. And at one point he tells her, "Good job."
This is a bipartisan effort to make sure that, consistent with what the survivors have requested.
Notice he totally dodges the question. Gives you a straight political answer to something she didn't even ask.
When I seen that shit, I was like, wow, that was a quite an impressive non-answer.
Sure was.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. How you just said, fuck what you talking about. That's basically
pretty much.
It was like,
pretty much, fuck what you talking about. This how it's gonna be. He feel more slim the bitch.
Listen here, ho. He's better off getting spiked. Listen here, ho. He's better off doing that.
Yep.
That there's full.
When I was born, I used to trick off on tricks.
Transparency, and every single predator who may be in those Justice Department files doesn't escape accountability. Thanks.
Okay.
Senator, on that note,
Watch another dodge. Watch this dodge here now. This is another dodge. This nigga here juked his ass like he was a running back. Listen to this shit.
just I guess a question that's out there: why wouldn't they have been released the last 4 years when President Biden was in office?
Well, that's the question every American is asking. Not every American, but so many Americans are asking. What the hell is he hiding? Why doesn't he want them released? When you don't want something like this released, when even a whole...
Do you see how he just totally just said
shit is yo, it's
Boy.
at a point to where you gotta like, it's at a point to where I'm like,
Is this
I
an
don't
Android?
know if I'm impressed or should I be offended.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I'm at with it. Should I be offended or should I just be impressed on how you just went out of nowhere to something that they didn't even ask you? Like, dude, you talking about one hell of a pivot, nigga. That motherfucker hit that bitch like hit that shit like a running back, nigga, and hit the
But
eye,
that's
nigga.
why he said he juked that nigga out. He juked the nigga. Look, dog. It's almost like he trying to tell the truth, but at the same time, like he said, that's the question that everybody is asking. Or not everybody, but some of us are asking. Then he says, then he changes the question. You notice he changed the question? Listen how he changed the question.
But so many Americans are asking, what the hell is he hiding? Why doesn't he want them released?
Question that's out there.
You see what I'm saying? He said, that's the question everybody's asking. Well, that's the question that some Americans ask. What is he hiding? That what is he hiding was the pivot. That shit was the goddamn the juke move to the right. Right when he said that shit, what is he hiding? First of all, Biden ain't in office no more, motherfucker. The question was about the Biden administration. Biden ain't in office no more. Then he says, what is he hiding? He straight pivoted straight to Trump.
That motherfucker pulled a Kappa move. It was like shimmy to the left, shimmy to the right, shimmy to the left, shimmy
that
to
nigga
the
turned on a
right.
dime, dog.
That nigga, boy, that motherfucker.
That nigga turned
Sanders,
on a dime, nigga.
Nah, he buried Sanders that bitch. She was like,
I'm trying to tell you, dog. That shit, that nigga has some footwork. He got quick feet, nigga. That nigga just is agile, nigga. He is definitely agile. That nigga said, why isn't he? What is he? What the fuck?
Why wouldn't they have been released the last 4 years when President Biden was in office?
Well, that's the question every American is asking. Not every American, but so many Americans are asking, what the hell is he hiding? Why doesn't he want them released? When you don't want something like this released, when even a whole lot of Republicans are calling for the release, his own party members, people ask the question, what's he hiding? It's got to be answered by releasing the files.
And what did Trump say already? Actually, he said this shit after Trump said, go ahead and release everything. Fuck it. Release it all. Fuck it. He has a reason not want to release as soon as he wanted to probably hold on to it for a minute. I think because of the midterms, but I could be wrong.
I think he, like, honestly, I think he was, like, I don't know, but I can't wait to find out what happens. I cannot wait.
Well, we're about to find out. They said they got about 30 days to release these bitches because, you know, the Senate has to go through the Senate, and then they got 30 days to release these bitches. They have to go through the Senate.
Because it's just going to be like must-watch TV, bro.
Not only is it going to be must-watch TV, it's going to be a lot of motherfuckers that a lot of this Democratic base has been holding up like fucking that they shit don't stink on pedestals, idolizing people. Because shit ain't happened as a result of the fucking Diddy shit. Ain't shit happened to nobody, nigga, other than Diddy. Really?
Diddy didn't do
it. But regardless of who did it or who didn't,
he a good man. He never did anything to harm nobody.
But hey, you must be practicing for when we flip over and do our Democratic channel.
Yeah.
Hey, we ought to come up with another channel, my nigga, and just, name it something else, and we don't ever show our face.
We gotta go. If we gonna do it, we gotta go full in it, y'all. I'm letting y'all know. If I just switched over, y'all, it was a lot of money involved.
Yep.
Or they was either like, you gonna take this money or you gonna take these bullets. Which one you want? I'm gonna be like, shit,
I'm gonna tell you like this. You think I'm gonna sell out now because I support conservative values and vote Republican? You gonna shit, nigga? I'm gonna sell out, make some money.
Man, I'm about to be the biggest supporter of my body, my choice, white guilt, all that shit.
Mm-hmm. Hell yeah, but let's go ahead and continue, man. We're going down the rabbit hole.
I'm gonna be like, these good white folks. These are good white folks.
Boy, you stupid. Just gonna take that shit off until they come back on. That shit be goddamn tripping me out, bro.
So we gotta once again talk about how this Epstein crusade that is turned into basically a Democrat Party hoax. And what I mean by hoax, I mean it is a hoax that President Trump was somehow, some way involved in criminal activity with Jeffrey Epstein. Okay, that has not been proven whatsoever. There's no evidence to suggest that was the case at all. No matter how much Democrats go on mainstream liberal media and make defamatory statements about the president, even the mainstream liberal media understands that. Yeah, it is really reckless to claim that there's any evidence whatsoever that the president was involved in any type of crimes with.
Let me say this real quick. President Trump suing certain news networks for defamatory remarks and doing shit and defaming his name and stuff. That shit's starting to work. Y'all pay attention to this shit. I remember seeing a reel the other day. Jen Psaki, she had to walk back her shit immediately. She was like, "No, you ain't finna get my ass caught up in this shit. I ain't getting sued. Fuck this shit." I mean, she really walked her shit back in real time, like instant.
Jeffrey Epstein.
You don't
like
care.
So these big networks, what they do, they have lawyers on. They have lawyers watching or paralegals watching. They're like, no, you gotta dial that shit back. You get sued for what you just said.
Well, here's the thing. Dude right here, this damn leftist, stupid ass, damn Woody Woodpecker looking ass nigga. This nigga here is about to say some shit that could get their ass sued. And you're going to see one of them walk that shit back real quick. Watch
that
this.
Might be a pedophile. You don't care that
a pedophile.
You don't.
No evidence of that.
No, there's no evidence of it. But that's what. No, it's not insane. That's what we've been talking about all week.
There is no evidence of that. We're not going to.
No, but that's what the emails have been talking about. That's what we.
You hear this shit? Talking about that's what the email's been talking about. Bitch, this motherfucker has not been paying attention. Has not been paying attention to the fact that the redacted or so-called redacted name in the emails that just came out was Gouffre, who already said he had nothing to do with anything, but he gonna go ahead and daggum double down on shit. That's why old girl right here, she had to goddamn walk that shit back quick.
Been talking about all week. That's why he doesn't want to release the files. And to say that nobody cares is kind of absurd. If the president is a pedophile, we should know about it, and people would care about that.
Right? No one is
So check this out. Pause it real quick. Does that sound like a moist man?
Oh, he's moist as shit.
So he's doing the black woman shit. That's why he's saying what he's saying, because he's doing the black woman shit.
He's being the angry black woman right now on damn
black women. I have realized something in my lifetime. Black women, they will make allegations like that towards black men with no proof at all. They would just say this shit just because they know they could weaponize it and use that shit. In my opinion, it's fucked up. Completely fucked up in order to do that. Because one day, like, there's gonna be something that, like, this is reason why we gotta start being more careful on how we use words towards people.
Yep.
because of the fact that that's disgusting as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Not having no absolute evidence, you could say that shit.
Yeah, that's totally irresponsible.
Not only irresponsible, bruh. I hope that nigga get his ass sued. Like, pause. I hope that nigga gets sued.
Mm-hmm. He needs to be. He needs to be.
Shit,
He really does. That's why them CNN jokers is walking that shit back. Would they have done this shit 6 months ago, dog? Nope.
Fuck no.
They called them fascists. You know what I'm saying?
Trump is a pedophile.
Capital. I want to be extremely clear and make it clear to our viewers that the president has not been accused of any wrongdoing in these.
Notice this CNN saying this shit now. See all that damn suing them networks? That shit is working for Trump. They ain't being all flippant no more with the mouth.
Or throughout this process, a large portion of them came before he was even in office. But it is notable that their relationship comes up again and again in these emails. Do you have questions for the president about their relationship? Does it make you at all curious about it?
What relationship?
Well,
Time out. You know what? Let the guy speak. My bad.
He's pulling at straws, dog. Because this is a Republican, I think, about to speak.
What else Jeffrey Epstein wrote? He wrote several text messages to Congresswoman Plaskett while she was sitting on the Oversight Committee in an oversight hearing about Jeffrey Epstein. And
now, see, folks, that is a proper pivot. That is a proper pivot because old boy got stupid and started. What about the thoughts of how he keeps coming up over and over and over in these things? What about their relationship? They said, hold on, I got something better for you, bitch. How about this bitch was communicating with this motherfucker during the damn hearings? What about that? Huh? Now that's a proper pivot, folks.
And she was asking him what questions to ask Michael Cohen.
Yeah. So we're not learning that the president of the United States is a pedophile, right? That's not what we're learning. In fact, what we're learning from these document releases is that Jeffrey Epstein, just like Democrats, hated Trump. And Democrats and Jeffrey Epstein actually have a lot in common, okay? Because while President Trump was distancing himself from Epstein after learning of Epstein recruiting girls from his estate to do creepy stuff that he didn't want to be involved in, as Trump was like, nah, I'm good on that, right? I don't want to be.
And I got something to say about this. Okay, here's the thing. I don't see how people don't understand how Trump could know somebody at one point in his life and then distance himself from somebody in his life. Everybody does it. I've done it. For instance, here's the case. I know a dude. He's in the divorce. He's getting a divorce right now.
Awesome.
I know a dude. No. Check this. Don't say awesome yet. I know a dude that brought, in addition to his new baby twins that came in, they should be about 3 years old now. His baby twin boys. He brought them in this world with his wife, he's been married to for a while. He got 2 other kids with. At the same time, a chick in Nigeria had twins on the way. Another chick in Nigeria had another baby on the way. And he had a girlfriend in the city near us. All at the same time. Now, when I found out about that shit, I did not associate with that guy ever again. I haven't, to this day, I have not. Because that ain't how I roll. I don't roll like that, man. I don't roll with people like that.
So
I got the hell away from the cat. No, I didn't snitch on shit. I just left his ass alone. I didn't tell his wife none of that shit. It just so happened this nigga they was going through some shit. This nigga started putting information about her all on the damn Facebook and shit. I've been trying to find that shit. I can't find that shit. I must have blocked him from my damn account and I gotta unblock him to see the shit. But anyway, he was putting shit all on Facebook about his wife. So they in the divorce right now. I don't know if it's finalized yet, but dude, I have not associated with this cat since before the twins was born. When they was all good. I ain't been
So
over their house. None of that
she
shit.
found
I ain't
out.
supposed to with that cat.
She found out about it.
She found out about it.
I wonder
I already
how.
I got the fuck away from them.
I wonder
Cause I was a handyman. I was doing some handyman shit on the side, and I was doing some shit all in his house all the time, man. You know, doing shit because he got, you know, I hooked up his whole damn system for his job. He was working off like 5 monitors. I think he was job stacking, nigga, consultant work or something. I don't know. But dude, I'm telling you, man.
Uh-huh.
Y'all act like Trump couldn't have known this dude and then disassociated from the cat. I just gave you an example of where I knew someone was pretty close to him. But when I found out what he was doing and how he was cheating on his wife and all that shit, come to find out he had another marriage before then. He said, man, my problem is the women, man. Well, nigga, you're a damn grown ass man. Grow the fuck up. If you're gonna be like that, don't get married.
Or he's just one of these dudes. It's like this, bro.
Can't control his dick.
No, it's worse than that.
And he got money too. And he got money.
What makes it worse, he's a coward.
Yeah.
And here's the reason why I call him a coward is that if you feel like you that guy, right? If you feel like you that dude, you feel like you need more than one woman,
do it.
Stand on it.
Mm-hmm. Be a
Tell your woman, hey, just be like, listen here, baby. Listen here, baby. I'm the type of guy that don't like sharing, but I can't just be myself with one woman. I'm sorry. If you don't want to be with that, I understand you. I get it. You know, we can just end this here. Hell, we can still be friends.
Mm-hmm.
That's
he got
standing
plenty
on
money, man. He got plenty. When I tell you this dude got plenty money, like I was talking to him one time, man. And we was talking about how he was like, man, how much you think I make a year? I like, about 350 grand. He's like, nope, higher. I said, what, about 500 grand? He said, nope, higher. I'm like, shit. I stopped at like 650 grand. Then.
I'll be like, oh shit, let's rob this nigga.
Let's
set him up.
Don't think I ain't think about it, but dude,
set his ass up.
But hey, man, I'm just saying. No, he, like I said, they going through their shit now. I think they almost all the way done with their divorce.
No, I was saying he's one of these dudes that gets set up because a bitch. He's seen something nice. He gets set up like that. Ryan ass nigga.
Mm-hmm. So, folks, it's okay. Y'all think it's not normal, but it happens all the time, man. People disassociate themselves from people, and that's what's going on in this situation. Did Trump and Epstein have a relationship before? Yes. Have they flown on planes before? Yes. From Mar-a-Lago to New York. This was before Epstein bought his fucking island. When the situation that happened at Mar-a-Lago happened, where Epstein was trying to not rob, but he was trying to take or convince workers at Mar-a-Lago to come work for him on his shit. That's when Trump found that shit out, and Trump was like, nope, you got to fucking go, nigga.
Man, a lot of motherfuckers don't remember Trump back in the day. This is the reason why this shit, I ain't gonna lie, bro. This shit is kind of offensive. It's really offensive, bro.
Oh, yeah?
It really is. Here's the reason why. Trump used to get so much pussy back in the day, bro.
Yes. First wife, bad. Marla Maples, bad. Look who he bagged. He bagged a 28-year-old fucking model at the age of 56, nigga.
Stormy Daniels, before she got Trump deranged and looked like how she do now, was sexy than a motherfucker. Stormy Daniels was fine. She should have just shut the fuck up and took the money. I'm sorry. I'm saying.
Yeah, she should have.
You know why? Because she probably lost more than she ever gained and got used the whole entire way.
If she would have just shut the fuck up, she would have had more goddamn money, huh? Or not been used.
It's like, bruh, one thing I have discovered being in my Playboy days is that promiscuous women, do not think ahead in the future.
No, they don't. No, they do not. The money grubbers, they do not think.
Because I would have said, fuck the money, give me a job.
Oh, yeah. You want to fuck me? Go ahead and put me on the goddamn roll, bitch. Put me on staff, oh.
I'm like, fuck the money. I don't want these I don't want this pussy ass $30,000. Give me a job. Give me a job, and I'm a give me a job, and I'm a lesbian now. Like, because look at her now. She's broke. She's fucking broke.
Uh-huh.
She can't go to the Democrats because the Democrats used her dumbass. And she didn't realize she was being used by the Democrats. And so she can't get no work. She can't do none of this because she forgot what happens in life for women. You age out the game. And that's what happened. She ain't the hot little it girl. What's she gonna do? Go back to porn? Who wanna fucking see that?
Yeah, who wanna see that? Who wants to see that? I mean, god dang. You type in Stormy Daniels, you can't even put her photo up. All her jank is nudes.
I'm like, bitch, you ain't Rebecca Leonard's.
All her shits is nudes, dude.
You can't come back to porn, baby.
I can't even show y'all who Stormy Daniels is. I'm trying to find a goddamn picture of her. Before, okay, here you go. Every time I click on a picture, it shows all this dude. I'm talking about I gotta erase all my goddamn search history, nigga. Cause I don't be looking at this shit like this, dog.
And dad, kids gonna be like, Dad, what's the Stormy Daniels?
Exactly, this shit crazy, man. This like the only shit that come up is her corn shit. I'm looking for a regular goddamn man. I'm looking for a regular fucking picture of this chick. All I did is put in a name, and I put and then okay, maybe if I go to her freaking Wikipedia. Maybe the Wikipedia. The Wikipedia has a decent photo. Good God, this is crazy, man. This is absolutely insane, dude. I had to go to the Wikipedia. So that's Storm Daniels, folks. That's from 2015, though.
That's what she looked like. Show her what she look like now, nigga.
I hope I can find a goddamn pic. It's hard, dude. Let me see if I can get a pic of her now, man. God dang, dog. When I tell you this shit hard, dog.
That bitch busted now, boy.
Okay, is this it?
That bitch look like melted Haagen-Dazs ice cream now, nigga.
Here we go, man. I think this is one. This is from 2024. No,
that bitch.
That's not 2024. That's 5 years ago. That's 20.
It gets worse, nigga.
God dang it, man. Dude, when I tell you it's hard to find a damn picture of this bitch, dog. It's hard. I'm for real, dog. You know you a hoe. If when somebody put your name in the search thing, all they see is skin, booty, ass. That's all they see. Like you got no regular pictures of you just out and about shopping, wherever the hell you stay. You ain't got no goddamn pictures of you nowhere, nigga. This is ridiculous. Okay, where's Stormy Daniels now? Maybe this is okay. Is that 24? Is that what she looks like now?
If she doesn't look busted, then no.
Is this it? That's 18.
Sorry, y'all. He can't find the busted picture. Anyway,
well, it's not because busted. I can't find a busted picture. It's that the chick is naked all over the internet, nigga. I'm talking about you be hard pressed Maybe this is it because she do got wrinkles in this shit right here. Maybe this is it right here.
And that's
dog.
why
God,
I said
damn.
she mismanaged her pussy like most females do at their young
There you
age.
go. There you go. Right here.
You see?
You see? She wrinkled up.
Yeah, that's her all dolled up. But the picture, the photo I seen her, it was without all that makeup on and shit. And it was like she looked like she was just getting donuts or some shit. Boy, that bitch looked like she had all. You know what? I'm gonna leave her alone. I ain't gonna say what I want.
Why you gonna leave her alone? I cannot find this shit, dog.
Psych, that bitch looked like a dirty Q-tip, nigga. Fuck that.
Here go another pic, man. That's a year ago.
Yeah, bro, I seen that bitch look like feet pics, nigga.
Look horrible.
Oh, she got that big rack though, huh?
Oh, well, some simp pay for them bitches. Of course, they're gonna always big. They're gonna always be big.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, God damn, bitch is huge too. And this strong jaw ass bitch.
This joker face looking asshole.
No,
this bitch look like a DC villain, nigga.
No, she look. Hey, she look like goddamn. What? Oh my God. Dark
She look
Knight,
like Jar Jar Binks, nigga.
No. The Dark Knight. What was his
Oh
name?
yeah. No. She looked like the Batman cartoon. She looked like the Batman
what is
cartoon.
Two-Face.
Harvey goddamn.
Harvey Dent. She looked like, bro. She looked like Harvey. She got the Harvey Dent jaw on the Dark Knight, bro. Look at that picture of that nigga in the Harvey Dent in the Dark Knight. You gonna be like this. You gonna be like, God damn, bitch, I got matching jaws.
I remember. Yes, she does. God damn. But she looked like that version of the Batman in the cartoons they came out with.
No, fuck that.
Slender and shit. She looked like that motherfucker with the mask.
Fuck that. She got that goddamn Johnny Bravo jaw. Johnny Bravo. Got that.
Oh, nigga, she looked like a humanoid. Look, she looked like a humanoid cobra, nigga. Look at her face.
She got that better bath calf here, dog.
That better bath calf care?
Yeah.
Better calf care. She got that better calf care chin.
She got a pit bull, goddamn. She got boxer pit. She got boxer pit jaw, nigga. She got that Medi Vanelli goddamn jaw.
Hey, what's that other shit that Biden said, man? Say that shit, man.
Oh, true and on shot rush pressure. Yeah, bro. Nah, bro. She got that Medi Vanelli jaw. That bitch. No, fuck that bitch. That bitch, she do a lot of fucking. She do. Anybody who feels sad for her ass because I'm clowning her, nigga. She did a lot of lying to y'all niggas.
Oh, man. Every time you say that true or not, y'all surprised.
Bruh, she did a lot. That hoe did a lot of lying on the behalf of the Biden administration. Like, this bitch with this bitch with a straight face say it was preposterous for anybody to think Joe Biden had a mental problem going on. And I was just like, it was just somebody, you know how it was just, you're trying to bullshit me, but I know you're trying to bullshit me. It was basically like, she questioned my intelligence, like, do you even breathe air? I'm like, I'm still living, so yeah. It's fucking, I'm sorry, I hate her with it. Hate is a strong word. I hate her to the extreme most because I hate what these motherfuckers have done to the American people. It has done to society for the last, I don't know, how many years have the media been manipulating American people? So, yeah.
Well, it's been a long time. Long time, man.
I don't like nobody. Jews, niggas.
Involved in that type of stuff. Get away from me, right? As Trump was doing that, Democrats were embracing Jeffrey Epstein, right? Like, for example, we already talked about Stacey Plackett, the delegate from the Virgin Islands. Okay, she apparently was texting with Jeffrey Epstein during a hearing about Trump, and Epstein was telling her what questions to ask.
My House Resolution 888, censoring and condemning Delegate Stacey Plaskett and removing her from the House Permanent Select Committee on Intelligence for conduct that reflects the discredibility on the House of Representatives for colluding with convicted felon and offender Jeffrey Epstein during a congressional hearing. Whereas Stacey Plaskett, the delegate representing the United States Virgin Islands in the House of Representatives, inappropriately coordinated in real time with convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein in a congressional hearing in February of 2019. Whereas Delegate Plaskett was actively coached by Epstein during the hearing, receiving instructions on specific lines of questioning, and was congratulated after the message by Mr. Epstein. Good work.
Now, you can't deny this shit, folks. It's been read in Congress now. Come on now.
Whereas Jeffrey Epstein, the Speaker of the House, is not in order.
God dang it. Freaking commercial, man.
The gentleman is recognized.
And I rise in opposition to this resolution.
Listen, this dumbass.
We're here today on the floor to support the complete disclosure of information related to Jeffrey Epstein and his billion-dollar international child sex trafficking ring. And our side of the aisle at least supports the release of information relating to anybody who had anything to do with it, whether they're a Republican, a Democrat, an independent, or what have you, period. We insist on complete, full disclosure. This resolution has nothing to do with that. This seems to me to be one more pathetic effort to distract and divert attention from the fact that the president's name appeared more than 1,000 times already in the small fraction of material released on Epstein, and from the failure of the majority to move to disclose this.
Yeah, this motherfucker pivoted just then. No. Once again, it has to be said. No evidence has been uncovered that links him to Epstein in any nefarious situations with young women. None. Or even going to his island. Hadn't even been. Yet this motherfucker here, y'all voted in Maryland. This motherfucker here y'all voted in Maryland, who's a judiciary committee ranking member, is pivoting back to Donald Trump. Like, how dumb do you have to be? They are on life support. They're on life support.
This information.
Having email exchanges does not mean that they did something
like
criminal.
Larry Summers.
Okay, but I do.
Or Stacey Plaskett.
Yes.
The fact that they're having exchanges
exactly.
with Epstein.
That may not be criminal. I do think it is wrong. I mean, people like Deepak Chopra.
Does that apply? Does your concern apply to Stacey Plaskett?
Absolutely. It applies to that. Did you just hear me?
Across the board.
Did you just hear me say?
She should resign.
There you go again. There you go again. Trying to make this into a Democrat.
I think it's very.
She was being programmed by him after the moment you said we all knew.
It's very hypocritical for you to call out the names of only the Democrats, but not apply the very same logic to everyone.
What Republican was he programming?
Listen, hold on. You're basically saying if you're named in these documents, I guess you're saying that they should be condemned. Anna is basically saying, let it all out. But you're the only one who's making a carve out for one person, and that's Donald Trump.
There's no evidence.
What the fuck? Boy, all that damn makeup. That frontal glue is seeping into your fucking scalp, y'all.
That he had any contact with Epstein after he excommunicated him, but we do have evidence that he was programming Democrat members of Congress. Why isn't that a big deal to you guys?
I guess the point is we just don't know.
We do know that. We absolutely know he was programming plastic.
Now we're learning that Jeffrey Epstein also was solicited by Democrats, Hakeem Jeffries, the current leader of the Democrats in the House, for campaign donation. So not only was Jeffrey Epstein texting Democrats, coordinating with Democrats and the mainstream liberal media as well too, in order to try to take down Trump, he also was allegedly helping to finance the Democrat Party as well.
Colleagues' coordination with Epstein. Another email.
Look what that email says, y'all. It says, we are thrilled to announce that we are working with Congressman Hakeem Jeffries, one of the rising stars in the New York congressional delegation, sometimes referred to as Brooklyn Barack. He is a staunch supporter of President Obama and a progressive voice for the people of New York City. NY1 did a profile piece about his work on the vitality important budget and judiciary committees in Washington. You can watch the video here or read the text below. Hakeem is committed to electing a Democratic majority in 2014 and is encouraging his friends to participate in the DCC, and DSCC fundraising dinner with President Obama this coming Monday night. Shoot us an email or whatever. But it says to Jeffrey right there. See that? Epstein, Jeffrey Epstein. There's his Gmail account. That's some shit.
Email shows Democrat fundraisers invited Epstein to an event or to meet privately with Hakeem Jeffries as part of their 2013 effort to
you muted,
win a
man.
majority. So Hakeem Jeffries' campaign solicited money from Jeffrey Epstein. That's what we found in the last document batch. The files underscore why former President Trump must appear for his deposition. We've subpoenaed him. To date, the Democrats have done nothing to help us secure his appearance. I support full transparency. The Oversight Committee will continue to work to get the truth to the American people and to get justice for the victims. That's our goal of this investigation. With that, I yield back.
The gentleman yields back. Yeah, Mr. Speaker, we reserve. The gentleman reserves. The gentleman from Maryland is recognized.
Yeah. So fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. We're not learning what Democrats are going on television and making defamatory statements claiming about the President of the United States. But we are learning that it was actually Democrats who were in bed with Jeffrey Epstein. Again, Hakeem Jeffries here. This is an email that was sent to Epstein where they say, hey, dear Jeffrey, we are thrilled to announce that we are working with Congressman Hakeem Jeffries, one of the rising stars in the New York congressional delegation, sometimes referred to as, quote, Brooklyn's Barack, aka Timo Obama, aka Discount Obama, aka Dollar Store Obama, right? Okay, aka No Swag Obama, aka No Riz Obama. He is a staunch supporter of President Obama and a progressive voice for the people of New York City. Yeah, so they go on to say that if you would like to get involved with the dinner or would like to get an opportunity to get to know Hakeem better, he is an impressive guy and will be a progressive voice in New York politics for years to come. Again, fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. The same people who are obsessed with President Trump's relationship with Jeffrey Epstein, again, a relationship that I think is very clear that President Trump cut off ties with Epstein when it became clear that, hey, this guy's into some creepy stuff that the president doesn't want to be involved in, right? He cut off ties with Jeffrey Epstein. Jeffrey Epstein hated the president for doing that, okay? And that's mainly what you see in these emails. But while they're worried about that, Democrats were actively trying to get in bed with Jeffrey Epstein, right? Democrats were going back and forth, texting with Jeffrey Epstein, trying to raise money from the guy, trying to blackmail the president with Jeffrey Epstein. It seems to me that Democrats were the ones that were in bed with Jeffrey Epstein. Okay? Ain't it funny how that works? All of this is...
Folks, it's absolutely clear. I mean, there's bad actors on both sides of the aisle. But let's get it straight now. Overall, as a party, the Democrats are not for America. They are not for Anybody but themselves and money. That's it. That's it. They're trying to destroy this country.
Really starting to backfire, which I guess is why if you're black and you are a Democrat Party supporter, you're not supposed to ask questions about why is it that Democrats did not release the bombshell information that would prove that President Trump was involved in some type of crime with Jeffrey Epstein. Why didn't they release this information when they were in power for the last 4 years? Because we all know that if they actually had anything on the president, they would have released it by now. But apparently you're not supposed to ask this question, or else the plantation overseer, people like Roland Martin, for example, Roland Barton, they're going to
jump in his ass. You gotta push back immediately. Jump in his ass. You were there for 4 years.
Pause, nigga. Yeah, you talking about?
How come you didn't open it as a Democratic Party then? What am I missing? I'm not saying I know. It's a legitimate question. Maybe I don't remember the answer. Maybe my extraordinary producers should be able to help me during the commercial break. But from my understanding, the same files that were open or being open now with the 220 pages of documents or whatever it is, with various emails, that could have been done when Biden was in office. Well, why didn't you do it? If it's so important now. What were the Democrats doing at that particular moment in time? How about you do the damn research before you go on the air?
Now, listen to this bullshit right here from Roland Farton.
On an epic rant, Stephen A. Like, I don't understand why black people or other folks with shows don't know how to do research before they open their mouths. What you just heard is misinformation and disinformation. As for why Biden and the Democrats didn't release the criminal case files, Ghislaine Maxwell.
Now ask yourself, why does he have to read someone else's explanation of this? Why he can't come straight from the dome with it? Huh? Yeah, why y'all don't ask these types of questions when people be on damn TV just saying any old kind of damn thing?
The associate of Jeffrey Epstein, Maxwell's criminal case was still open during the Biden administration. She wasn't convicted until late 2021, and then she appealed her conviction.
My bad, dude.
It's not a good idea.
What's up, man?
These motherfuckers unloaded me wrong.
Oh, yeah?
If I wasn't so tired, I would be fucking pissed off. If I wasn't tired of shit, I would be so fucking pissed off. Like, I'll be cussing niggas out. Because we literally just made my night 2 hours longer.
Damn.
My bad, hold on.
Someone is at the front door.
Okay. Hey, y'all keep going, man.
To open your evidence files when a criminal case is ongoing. We also don't know whether the FBI was still investigating other possible suspects who helped Epstein or participated in his crimes. If you are still targeting suspects, you don't want them to know you are zeroing in on them. This is what I keep trying to tell these people who are in media. When you have a mega microphone, you need to be judicious with how you use it. You need to be careful with what you say and how you say it, and you need to have your facts right.
Yeah. Like that time when Roland Martin falsely claimed that DHS AI doctored a video to make it seem like a black teenager threatened ICE when DHS did not AI doctor any video at all, right? Like that type of false claim and misinformation, disinformation.
I got one. I got one. I got one. Like Roland Martin, like that time where you were where you did your extensive reporting on the platinum plan for, because it was something that affected the black community. Oh wait, you never fucking did it. Fuck you, Roland Martin. Angry bird looking ass bitch.
But let me address this because, again, Democrats try to play on people's stupidity. We live in a world where you have classified documents that are leaked. President Trump's tax returns were leaked. You have military secrets that get leaked. You have all types of stuff that gets leaked all the time that is supposed to be secret, right? That technically can't be released. Considering all of the antics that Democrats pulled, including trying to throw him in jail, and you can argue that, who knows? The assassination attempts against the president, all of the things that Democrats did, the desperation to stop Trump from becoming president. If Biden's DOJ had any smoking gun evidence at all against the president when it came to Epstein, it would have been leaked. It doesn't have to be a formal release. We're talking about a leak. Some Trump deranged individual, and we know a lot of them worked at the DOJ under Biden, right? We all know this. Something would have leaked. But see, what Democrats want you to believe is that, the reason why we didn't release anything is because we couldn't do it. Technically, there was still an ongoing investigation, so there could not have been any formal release. And I'm telling you right now, you would have to be a complete and total fool to buy that explanation as to why nothing has leaked. Nothing. Does anybody really believe if they had smoking gun evidence against the president?
Is that the excuse they're using? Are you fucking serious?
Yeah, that's the excuse. What you just heard Roland Martin read.
Fuck out of here, bruh. Fuck out of here. If you want to believe that shit, good. Believe it. Believe it. You know what? Give me your money, too, while you're at it. No, this is a stick up. Give me your fucking money, you stupid dumb bitch. If you want to believe that shit, anybody who believes that shit, your IQ is room temperature. Room temperature. That is your IQ. Room temperature.
Pretty much.
Wow, I can't believe they using that bullshit and people gonna believe that shit too.
It's that bullshit. I can't believe it either, man.
Some Trump deranged individual would have sat on it in the DOJ. Again, in a world where literally everything leaks, right? We're talking about military secrets, classified information, Trump's tax returns. I mean, we're talking about a world where everything leaks. If they had anything on Trump, it would have leaked. 100% it would have leaked. The fact that nothing has leaked tells you everything you need to know. And again, I think the real reason why Democrats didn't give a damn about it and they only care now is not because they actually really want anything to come out. They just want to use it against the president. And one of the reasons why they probably don't want to actually have files released or for anything to really come out, because a lot of them were in bed with Jeffrey Epstein. Like, for example, the Clinton and Obama economic advisor, Larry Summers, who is now stepping down because he's deeply ashamed by some of the information, the emails that were exchanged in this latest dump of documents. And I think this is the beginning of a lot of Democrats getting exposed, because I personally believe that when it comes to the release of the files or whatever information that the government has, I think that Democrats are going to get hurt a lot more than Trump. So without further ado, let's get into it.
Tonight, Democratic Senator Elizabeth Warren, a former Harvard professor herself, is calling on the school to cut ties with the former university president and current faculty member, Larry Summers. That's because Senator Warren says that Summers cannot be trusted, that's her quote, after new details emerged regarding his close relationship with Jeffrey Epstein. All of this revealed in last week's release of Epstein's private emails.
Yeah. Larry Summers definitely cannot be trusted around 18-year-old girls now, right? That's how it's supposed to work, because anybody associated with Epstein, which a lot of Democrats were, right? That means that you're guilty, okay? By default, according to Democrats. So yeah, this guy cannot be working around 18-year-old girls.
Larry Summers served as Bill Clinton's Treasury Secretary, and in Barack Obama's administration, he was the director of the National Economic Council. These new emails revealed comments that Summers made as he also sought out dating advice from Jeffrey Epstein. That includes the morning of March 17th, 2019. Let's see.
You hear this shit, dog?
Dating
You hear
advice,
this
nigga.
Boy, it's gonna be some motherfuckers, boy, get surprised about all this shit being released.
What dating advice at the playground, nigga?
No.
Disgusting
Crazy.
motherfucker, you.
Mm-hmm.
These emails here where Summers and Epstein were exchanging multiple emails debating Summers and whether or not he should send a note to a romantic interest. Epstein argued, and
this nigga giving this nigga dating advice and giving them step by step, nigga. Oh,
to Summers,
Hey,
it would
this
be
what
quote
you gotta
bad.
do, you know the young bitches like fruit snacks and shit.
Hell no.
Heavy
Hell
step you made.
Hell no. Boy.
Oh, God forgive me. I'm sorry. You know, you made me like this, nigga. This is your fault.
Form. Summers wrote back, quote, "Why bad form? Supposed to be face to face?" To which Epstein replied, "You care very much for this person. You might want to demonstrate that. A note does the very opposite." Now, the reason that exchange is notable, that we're pointing it out, is because of when it happened. It was just 4 months before that exchange that the Miami Herald had published an exhaustive investigation detailing Jeffrey Epstein's abuse of underage girls. They continued to communicate, though, for the next several months. That includes on July 5th, 2019, when Larry Summers sent Jeffrey Epstein an update from his vacation on Cape Cod. The next day, July 6, 2019, is when Jeffrey Epstein was arrested for sex trafficking crimes. Now, tonight, Larry Summers told CNN in a statement that he is going to continue to teach at Harvard, but he will be stepping back from his other public commitments, saying in a statement that he takes full responsibility for the misguided decision to continue communicating with Mr. Epstein. My political sources tonight are Democratic strategist Alencia Johnson and Republican strategist David Urban. And obviously, you know, it's worth noting, Alencia, that
or Judge Gardner.
Senator Warren and Larry Summers have clashed before in the past over policy issues and whatnot. But her saying, you know, this is someone who is very involved in Democratic politics, was reportedly going to be very involved in them doing a version of Project 2025 for Democrats. She's saying that the school needs to cut ties with him entirely. Do you agree with her?
I absolutely do agree with her, and not just because I worked for her in her presidential primary, but because, as you explained, the timing of this. It's one thing if Larry Summers was communicating with Jeffrey Epstein before the big investigation from the Miami Herald, but it's another, and he said he didn't know about it because there have been instances of that, right? Someone is charged for an egregious crime and people around him don't know anything about it. But this was very public. It was all over our national news. People in politics were paying attention to it and deep diving because of his ties to a lot of political figures. And so it is problematic that he remained in contact with him. And we don't see any evidence of him even acknowledging how wrong Jeffrey Epstein was. And so I agree with Senator Warren, because if we think about his involvement, not only in Democratic politics, he is also a teacher at Harvard. And there are probably young women in his class. And I would be concerned about, you know, whether or not he has the integrity to continue to be in those positions. I'm not going to sit here and say anything's going to happen to his students, but it is concerning that you would be okay with someone who has these accusations and you still continue to be involved in a teaching capacity.
So hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. Right? Absolutely hilarious. They got one of their own before they got Trump. Fascinating. All this is about Trump. The only reason they care about this is because of Trump.
Mm-hmm.
That's a damn shame. That's a damn shame.
That's fucking fascinating, bro.
If that's the only reason why you give a fuck about that shit, then wow.
Yep.
Get anything on Trump, which I don't think
care
they
about
get
them
anything at
victims,
all.
dog.
They got one of their own. The guy that's supposed to be a part of the Democrats' version of Project 2025. I think they call it Project 2029 or something like that, right? They got him, right? They got that guy. One of their thinkers, right? He's now stepping down from public commitments. Okay, so they got him and they got a black woman, right? they got their brains and they got a black woman. Amazing. Good job, Democrats. Good job. So with that being said, the House has voted to release the Epstein Files, 427-1. Now it's going to the Senate. And President Trump has come out in favor of releasing the files. We're going to see what happens in the Senate if it actually gets past the Senate and gets to his desk.
Friends with Democrats. You look at this Reid Hoffman, you look at Larry Summers, Bill Clinton, they went to his island all the time, and many others, they're all Democrats. All I want for people to recognize the great job that I've done on pricing, on affordability, because we brought prices way down, but they go way lower, on energy, on ending 8 wars and another one coming pretty soon, I believe. We've done a great job. And I hate to see that deflect from the great job we've done. So I'm all for it. You know, we've already given 50,000 pages. You do know that. Unfortunately, like with the Kennedy situation, with the Martin Luther King situation, not to put Jeffrey Epstein in the same category, but no matter what we give, it's never enough. You know, with Kennedy, we gave everything and it wasn't enough. With Martin Luther King, we gave everything and it's never enough. We've already given, I believe the number is 50,000 pages, 50,000 pages. And it's just a Russia hoax as it pertains to the Republicans. Now, I believe that many of the people some of the people that we mentioned are being looked at very seriously for their relationship to Jeffrey Epstein, but they were with him all the time. I wasn't at all. And we'll see what happens. What I just don't want Epstein to do is detract from the great success of the Republican Party, including the fact that the Democrats are totally blamed for the shutdown. You know, they cost our country hundreds of billions of dollars with that, at a lot of inconvenience. So I'm for any, I don't, they can do whatever they want. We'll give them everything. Sure, I would. Let the Senate look at it. Let anybody look at it. But don't talk about it too much because honestly, I don't want to take it away from us. It's really a Democrat problem. The Democrats were Epstein's friends, all of them. And it's a hoax. The whole thing is a hoax. And I don't want to take it away from really the greatness of what the Republican Party has accomplished.
Yeah, so I think that the president is on to something, okay? And what I mean
It's
is
the
that
hands for me.
when he says it doesn't matter what we release,
Paul.
it's not going to be enough, I think he's 100% spot on. If anything actually gets released, it's not going to be a bombshell. I'm telling you right now, I'm making this prediction right now. Whatever gets released by the government is not going to be the bombshell that people think. I think what's going to get released is probably going to be a bunch of salacious accusations and crazy conversations and stuff it's going to involve some people, right? There's going to be names, but it's not going to be a smoking gun, right? I don't think that they're going to release any smoking gun against people who were associated with Epstein. Now, again, if they do release a smoking gun, I bet you it's more likely to be Democrats, right? There are going to be a lot of Democrats involved, considering how Epstein apparently loved the Democrat Party, right? He was very much in bed with the Democrat Party. So, again, if there's any smoking gun, it's going to be against the Democrats, right? 100%. It's already backfiring on them because, again, we know that Epstein loves him some Democrats, right? He loves the Democrats, and he hated Trump. So, to me, I believe if anything gets released, which I don't know at this point, maybe the Senate will take it up, maybe they'll pass it, maybe they won't. But I think the Democrats are banking on Republicans not passing it in the Senate or the president vetoing it if it comes to his desk. We're going to see. But if anything gets released, there aren't going to be any bombshells against Trump. And I already know what the cope is going to be. They're going to say, well, see, the FBI, they deleted all the messages, right? They deleted all of the references to Trump and Republicans, right? They're already saying that. The same people who've been boohoo, bonding, and crying, begging for the files, release the files. Now Republicans at least are starting to give them what they want, right? The president said, okay, I'm on board with it. Let's release the files. Now the cope is, well, they're removing all of the damning references to Trump and Republicans. So it doesn't matter what's released. It's not going to be enough. They're going to basically say, because we didn't get what we wanted, or the files did not back up our narrative, therefore, the administration must have deleted the evidence against Trump. And we're going to be right back to square one with this, right? That's what's going to happen until people realize and understand that they're being played. That this whole thing, like President Trump has laid out over and over and over again, when it comes to the witch hunt against him, is a hoax. It's obvious. It's super obvious at this point, right? If you're paying attention at all, yeah, you can smell something fishy, right? There's a whole lot of fishiness going on with this story, right? So we're going to see. But I think that it is more likely that this is going to backfire on Democrats even more. It already has. It is more likely that this is going to blow up in their face big time than this taking down President Trump. This is not going to take down the president. And we're going to see, right? We're going to see what happens moving forward. But I would get my hopes up that there's going to be a big bombshell if anything is released. But we'll see. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and
yeah, man. This shit crazy.
That shit's funny. It is funny, man. God
I'm
damn,
telling
they need
you,
to
right?
hurry up, man. These motherfuckers need to hurry up.
Hey, Drake, you about ready for crypto news, man?
Yeah, I can go ahead and draw crypto news real quick.
All right, then take it away, my boy.
All right. So the main thing of what I have today is in regards to what I've been speaking about for a while, which is universal basic income. And in regards to the Marshall Islands, it is actually hit. So Marshall Islands embraces digital assets for a UBI program. The Republic of the Marshall Islands announced that it would allow citizens to access funds through a government-issued digital asset as part of the nation's Universal Basic Income Program. In a Wednesday announcement shared with Cointelegraph, the government of the island nation said it had launched a digital wallet called Lomalo, which will utilize the US dollar peg stablecoin USDM1 to enable citizens to access the UBI program, according to the government. The first disbursement of funds will occur in late November, allowing citizens to access them through their wallet by physical check or via direct deposit. By introducing a secure digital option alongside our traditional methods, we are strengthening our financial systems and ensuring that no community is left behind. Kind of reminds me of a one slogan that a certain president was utilizing that actually turned out to be a fluke when he's like, "No child left behind." Anyway, said David Paul, finance minister for the Marshall Islands. Neighboring Pacific Island nations have rolled out similar programs over the years, including Paul's stablecoin on the XRP ledger for government employees and the Central Bank of the Solomon Islands, Bokolo Cash for peer-to-peer transactions and retail payments in the nation's capital, Honaria. Citizens will be able to transfer to other registered Lomalo users, a spokesperson for the Marshall Islands finance minister told Cointelegraph. Right now, only citizens registered for the UBI can set up a wallet. IMF warnings on Marshall Islands utilizing digital assets. The launch of the digital wallet as a part of the island's UBI program followed warnings from the International Monetary Fund, or IMF. In 2023, the group urged the government of the Marshall Islands to reconsider its central bank digital currency program, then known as SOV. Progress on rolling back past digital initiatives is welcome, said the IMF in a September 10 notice. Current plans to issue a digital sovereign bond carry significant risk relative to perceived returns, which cannot be effectively mitigated given lack of prerequisite capacity. Thus, in the mission's view, the authorities should not proceed with the global launches plan. The IMF said that the expansion of decentralized autonomous organizations, or DAOs, which the Marshall Islands began recognizing as legal entities in 2022, and the launch of the UBI program using the untested USDM1 could have adverse macro, fiscal, and financial integrity implications. The fund urged the government to scale back the UBI program to a more targeted scheme to those who need it most. So, in response to the IMF warning, Paul told Cointelegraph that the Marshall Islands government was in active dialogue with the IMF regarding the UBI program and USDM1, and that the digital sovereign bond was issued under New York law and backed one by short-term U.S. treasuries held in a bankruptcy remote account held by U.S.-based qualified custodian. Let me run that back for you one more time. The bond was issued under New York law and backed one by short-term U.S. treasuries held in a bankruptcy remote account held by a U.S.-backed qualified custodian. USDM1's legal structure, enforceability, and redemption mechanics are consistent with the IMF's long-standing treatment of collateralized sovereign obligations, not with privately issued digital tokens, said Paul. The instrument was intentionally designed to mirror the Brady-style framework historically supported by the IMF. And lastly, let me state this real quick. So just to cover this for you, it was issued in by New York law, which if it was issued in by New York law, which is over here underneath the United States, which means not too long from now, universal basic income will be issued out across the United States. You really need to look at the vast and mass majority of layoffs that's been done. Hell, even the fact where if you really look at it and think about it, SNAP benefits, which a multitude of Americans are on, which is issued out by the government, it's the pilot program for universal basic income. But people don't look at it like that. Anyway, let me continue. Stablecoins around the world, regulatory clarity in the in the United States under the Genius Act and in Europe through the Markets in Crypto Assets MiCA framework has helped drive a surge in stablecoin adoption. According to DeFi Llama data, the stablecoin market cap stands at $303.44 billion, up nearly 100 billion since the start of the year. While stablecoin markets remain dominated by Tether's USDT and Circa's USDC, several other players have entered the market this year from all around the world. In October, Western Union announced plans to launch USDPT, a US dollar-pegged stablecoin issued by Anchorage Digital Bank on Solana. The token is designed to connect the company's digital and fiat payment rails and support its global money movement and treasury operations. The same month, JPYC, a Tokyo-based fintech company, launched Japan's first yen-backed stablecoin. a 1-to-1 yield peg token supported by bank deposits and government bonds. In Europe, a consortium of 9 banks announced in September that they'll launch a stablecoin pegged to the euro, competing with the rise of dollar-backed stablecoins. The stablecoin is expected to launch in the second half of 2026. So just to recap for you folks here at this magnificent channel that we have, which is 3-Man Podcast, we have been getting you prepped and ready and getting situated for all of this of what's to come. Now, there is some other stuff which is going to be rolling down the line in which I would say, hey, you're privy to go tap into it or not. I know one aspect of it is, and I'm going to say this because this is one thing to come. If they are requesting for you to get chip, say no. Don't get the chip. You don't need it. Anyway, that's what I have for crypto news.
All right. Yeah, man. So far, man, we done talked about the Epstein issues. Max, you got anything else you want to talk about, man? I mean, shit, I can talk about my Falcons. These motherfuckers is basically Michael Penix Jr. got a damn tear, bro. Matter of fact, here's a little announcement right here by PFF. No, this is NFL on NBC. NFL on NBC.
Guess what?
These motherfuckers is done for the season. You hear me? Done. All the way done. You want to make some money, bet against them in every fucking game.
Actually, I do want to say this really quickly, though. For as many motherfuckers out there that have been skeptical and that saying that, like, the XRP has no use, the ledger, ain't nobody using the ledger systems and other stuff, it's fucking funny that neighboring Pacific Islands have rolled out similar programs for the UBI and including Pauli's stablecoin on the XRP ledger for government employees and the Central Bank of Solomon Islands. So it's funny that not only a central bank, government employees are actually utilizing the XRP ledger to get paid and other stuff like that. So for motherfuckers that think XRP isn't going to have any utilitarian use, it's already in usage already as it is. 12 banks use it. More than 12 banks use it, but just off the rip, since like over the years, more than 12 banks have been utilizing it. Government officials are using it to pay government employees and other stuff like that. You have several ETFs that's dropping. Hell, Franklin Templeton's dropped today. Canaries dropped the other day. You got a couple of more that's getting ready to drop out of 18 XRP ETFs. Okay. That's all I'm gonna say is okay. Once that crow shits, you better eat every last drop of it. All right, go ahead, bro.
Yeah.
Tell them about the gun line, boss.
But listen to this shit, man.
Hey, so quick question. How much money is being made off the liquidity pools? I don't know, the XLM liquidity pool.
That's something that we would need to look into real quick, like on X Magnetic. So currently, if we go into the AMMs onto it, there's 24 million XRP in total liquidity. 24-hour volume is 662 662K XRP. There's 24K pools, and 24-hour fees is 3K XRP total. So for like the first one, in regards to the first pairing, which would be like Magnetic and XRP, that's 4.1 million in that pool. RLUSD to XRP, there's 3.4 million in that pool. Fuzzy to XRP, which is a meme coin that's been built on the XRP ledger, and that's actually worth some stuff, even though it's down 3%. There's 1.8 million in that pool. XPM to XRP, there's 1.6 million in that pool. Army because the Army has their own little token, believe it or not. There's 913K in that pool. Next couple of pools, it goes down to 832K, 815K, 755K. These are just the AMM pools. This isn't dealing with the farming, nor is it dealing with the institutional grade, which is on the back end of it. But I can tell you that, like, even in the farming pools, which the APR for one, which is magnetic and XRP, that's at 4.1 million in the pool, 1.9 million XRP, and the actual APR is up to 20.12% is what it is. So 2.3K has been done within the past 24 hours, and there's 1,635 farmers, and it ends in 414 days. There's a lot of activity going on in the XRP ledger, but we're just not seeing what the institutional side is going on, because every time that I've attempted to access that, it said that it's not here in the United States just yet for me to be able to view what I'm looking for. But once I am able to go ahead and get that information, oh, best believe I'm going to be printing out receipts like a motherfucker. But there is those pools that, like Franklin Templeton and the other ones are in. That's how they were able to buy up what they were able to buy explicitly when there was like the major dips that was hitting the marketplace. And then like there would be that institutional green counter to bring it up for a little bit in order to trap people into a certain area. Then once they get trapped over there, then they would just liquidate that entire spot and sell off all the everything, wait for it to hit that bottom, and then just buy up everything on the top, and then put it into an escrow account, put it on the back end, and then divvy it out to individuals to say, hey, you know, you can go ahead and buy into us at like $25 a share. Versus, you know, that way you don't have to own the actual asset itself, but you could just own, you know, a piece of the asset of what we actually have versus buying it up at, you know, $2.09. But hey, if motherfuckers want to spend $25, you know, hey, I ain't mad at you. You're going to drive the price up. I appreciate you over there in the long run, is all I'm going to say to them. But that's all that they're doing. They're literally buying it up and then presenting it out there for the boomers and for the other individuals that aren't savvy enough to want to say, you know, hey, how can I manage my own assets myself versus relying on the same institutions that's been fucking us for a long period of time. I'm gonna just call it like it is. Yeah. But yeah, there's a lot going on. And I will say this on Uphold, which is one of the favorite exchanges that I like to use outside of course, Coinbase, Crypto.com, and Kraken. I rotate through all of them so that way I can take advantage of the various different perks that each different exchange has, and as well the different various costs of said currencies that we like to dive into. Sometimes one exchange might have a lower cost than the other one, so let me go ahead and purchase it on that exchange because it's all going into my treasury anyway. But yeah, on Uphold, you can actually get RLUSD. It's pretty much the only place where you can actually get Uphold. And then you can wind up using X Magnetic, so that way you can put it into the poolings. And don't forget that RLUSD is actually an institutional grade stable coin, and it's being utilized already as it is. So I highly advise individuals, not financial advice, but just looking into seeing where things are heading. And since there's so much utilization about stable coins, might want to get you some stable coins. Might want to. Especially because all the more traditional fiat rails eventually will be phased out. So you might as well be ahead. Just get ahead. There's certain, you know, just like how you're navigating the system now, you might as well get ahead so that way you can navigate these next bit of waters of what's coming. Because by 2030, when 2030 hit, that's when shit's going to get real. So you might want to go ahead and be in a good position now while you have the chance and opportunity to. Or is she gonna be real mad later on? Real mad later on down the line, because they're all coming out, all your banks and other stuff, they're already coming out with the wallets, with the crypto custodies and the holdings and everything else. So while you already have your own private custody and holdings, while you're able to manage that so you can mitigate your shit, do it that way. Like I said, not financial advice, but just giving you jewels as to what the elite do anyway. Just like they don't sell their assets, they borrow against them. So while most motherfuckers, and I have to say it like that are your regular day traders, just, oh, I can't wait for it to get to this price so that way I can sell it. So, because once I sell it, I'm going to have all this finance so I can buy this and buy this and buy this. And that's the same rat race that's kept them in a perpetual loop versus being like, I'm going to buy these assets and I'm going to set a good portion of it to the side so that way I can borrow against it versus actually selling it off. Or if I do want to go ahead and get my initial, investment back, that's what I'll go ahead and sell off. But that's a whole nother, that's complete different thought. So, but that's also to tell y'all folks, the difference between a scarcity mindset, sell that shit off, get right back into the same fiat trap and be hooping and hollering later on, or look to do like how the elitists do, which is, oh, I have these assets. How can I go ahead and borrow against them and then turn around and compound and get more interest in regards to said assets?
Fact.
Anyway, I'm done.
Facts.
All right.
My
real
bad.
quick to no, you good, man. Real quick to, I guess, to wallow more in my own pity of my own football team. We're gonna hear what damn NBC says about these damn Falcons.
Atlanta Falcons, they're 3-7 and excuse me, horribly inconsistent. Michael Penix Jr. aggravated a
No, we are consistently inconsistent. Get it right.
bone bruise in his left knee during Sunday's overtime loss to the Carolina Panthers. There is concern that Penix could miss the rest of the season. He had 2 ACL tears in his right knee in college. This is a left knee issue. Reportedly, the ACL is impacted. Not good. Not good for the Falcons. They do have Kirk Cousins. They didn't trade him. It never materialized. There was never even any serious discussion that anyone was going to trade for Kirk Cousins. They're paying him $90 million between last year and this year, and they owe him another $10 million next year. Looks like he'll be the guy the rest of the way. And I think when you look at all the good teams in the NFC, I think 3-7, you just run the table, there's no guarantee you're getting in. They've got no margin for error if they want to have a chance to get to the postseason. It just feels like the season's lost for the Falcons, Devin.
Yeah, and I think the games we've watched of this team, it seems like the Buffalo Bills Monday night game, we were like, okay, like they finally turned the corner, and then you're reminded of the Carolina Panthers game where they just laid the egg. Then they're up late in the game last week to Carolina again, and they lose. The team is just so inconsistent.
Consistently inconsistent.
No idea what you're going to get. And I think the hard thing for Raheem Morris now is, I think people look at the Falcons and they're like, okay, they got Jeff Albrecht. Their defense looked like it got better. They draft these 2 first-round picks up.
I'm gonna tell you like this: Raheem Morris will never get another head coaching job for the rest of his life.
Front, they're rushing the passer better. Okay, check. Their defense has gotten better. Then you look at the offense and you're like, man, you got Bijan Robinson.
I fucking called it.
What?
I told you, nigga. I told you. That Raheem Morris was not he's not, in my opinion.
He wasn't a good choice. You said that shit.
Don't want to gloat over here.
I remember you saying that shit.
But I'm like, I remember Raheem Morris. I remember this nigga. And I'm like, I remember him not being a good. I remember him not being a good. If I remember correctly, he's a good defensive coach. But when it comes to being a head coach,
he's not a leader of men. He's not a leader of men. He can't get men to respond to him the way they need to. He's not a Kirby Smart.
He is a
try to be everybody's friend ass coach.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
That's what it is. He's a good guy. Everybody likes him. That's all that is. He interviews well.
Mm-hmm.
They fell for a hook, line, and sinker. That man got him a nice ass salary for a year. He probably been saving that shit, but he probably ain't been spending that much money though. And nigga said, "Shit, this is my first." Hey, baby. I know. We got to move to Atlanta. I know, but check this out. They gonna give me like a few mil a year, Charlie.
Yeah, this motherfucker, he like, hey, baby, hey, check this out.
Yeah, just be patient.
Birdman, baby. You know, listen here, Warden. You know, like the reason why we wear all these diamonds and shit because we're originally from Africa. You know?
He looked at his wife and said, "Baby, check this out. We're gonna move a couple of damn months. Maybe we're gonna let this shit ride out. I know I'm getting a few million the first year. I know, regardless of what happens the first year, baby, I know they're gonna give me at least 2 years.
I know I'm dark chocolate, and I know I'm fucking his
$1 million a
wife.
year, baby. We'll make more than we was from now on the assistant coach. And I guarantee you, regardless of what happens, no matter how it goes, I bet you I can get an assistant coach job back again. Back in LA again, baby. So just be patient. I'm gonna have my name raked through the mud. You're gonna have to just hold your pearls. We're gonna make this money. We're gonna grab this two-year goddamn plan, and we're gonna get the fuck on. Everybody's a fucking scammer nowadays. I can't stand it, man. Everybody's scamming. Got the Raheem Morris scammed us into taking his ass and giving him a contract.
Oh yeah.
At least it was 2 years. I don't know how much he getting paid a year. It might be like 10 mil. All I know is he fucking scammed us, man. I fell for a hook, line, sinker. Hell, I admit it. Shit, I drank the Kool-Aid. Trust the process. Trust shit.
He hit y'all with the he hit y'all with the Birdman. Like man, he did the Birdman hand rubs on y'all asses.
This nigga always got to come out at the damn press conference talking about we got to find a way to be better. We got to find.
At least he's better than goddamn Kevin Stefanski, bro. This nigga, I understand the question. We just have to be better. The players have to play better. The coaches have to coach better. I was like,
hey, you know what's crazy? There's rumors that he one of the people, if Cleveland fires him, that Atlanta want to get Kevin Stefanski. Y'all get Kevin Stefanski, I never fucking watch another Falcon game ever again, nigga.
Never. I hope y'all. Oh man, here's the best way I can describe Kevin Stefanski. If you give him a 5, let's say if you give him a team that's going to go 17-0, he could coach a team that's going to go 17-0. If you give him a team that's going to go 9-7, he's going to be able to coach that to go 9-7. Right? The problem with his ass is that this nigga, if you don't give him what he needs, he can't develop shit.
I like Raheem Morris.
So, any players going there? Shit, y'all better be ready, nigga. What the fuck you mean you ain't ready? Shit, that's Kevin Stefanski's ass.
Man, shit.
Kevin Stefanski hits you like, well, you got here in your chest, Lou. You a man now, nigga. You can get a job. That's Kevin Stefanski. That's his ass.
He can stay where he at. Fuck that shit.
You got here on your little nuts, little nigga? Good. You can get a job now. I'm like, fuck. I just turned 30. I'm for real, bro. That's the best way to describe him. Like, he is not going to develop anybody. Like, the fact that we're having a conversation about your backup should have had gotten reps in the should have gotten reps when he's a fucking rookie and he's gonna be going in, and they've been talking about this shit for the last couple of weeks, and then son of a bitch, the shit happened that everybody's been talking about. And the fact that you won't even sit there and answer the fucking question is, at this point, is quite fucking disrespectful. I ain't gonna lie. You keep coming up there saying we're gonna coach better, we're gonna be better, nigga, and not answer the fucking question. It's getting disrespectful, bro. Is at this point, if all the media members wanted to walk out, I wouldn't fucking blame them. They're like, you know what? He's gonna say the same shit. We might as well just fucking not waste our time. And let's not waste his time.
He be parroting like that, dog.
Bro, he's an asshole, bro.
We definitely don't need him here in the damn lounge. Let's continue, though. Let's continue, man.
Got some weapons there. Like, why can't this team just be somewhat competitive? Like, how are the Carolina Panthers in position to compete with the Tampa Bay Bucks for this division? And the Falcons are, I mean, like you just said, it feels like they have no shot. And I get nervous for Raheem Morris. And now with, Penix possibly be done for the year, even if you kind of turn it around and Kirk Cousins goes and he plays well, does Arthur Blank walk away from the season encouraged going forward that Kirk Cousins came in and you were able to maybe win, 4 or 5 games at the end of the year and make it a little bit better, but that wasn't the guy that's going to be the core? Like, I just get worried. It's not a good look. And I think when you talk about teams being inconsistent in how they show up, a lot of that blame goes back to the head coach. And I get nervous for him going into the end of this season. Like you just said, there's a bunch of teams.
It's a wrap.
How they play.
War games.
And put them at the top of that list for teams that need
Get them up out of there
for the head coach to stay.
Get him up out of there. We don't want him.
Think back to what happened in the 2020.
Catch a flight, nigga.
Investment in Kirk
We don't want him,
and it allowed them to.
Don't nobody in Atlanta want Raheem Morris
to
continue to be the damn head coach of Atlanta Falcons. Nobody in Atlanta wants this nigga. Nobody in Atlanta wants Zach Robinson at all. You have some people that cool with Jeff Ulbrich, some people not. I tell you this, he just let goddamn Bryce Young have a goddamn 400 and some yard passing damn day. And then before that, the other person had the damn rushing the 300 something. No, fuck that shit. All of them got to go. Fuck it. All of them can go.
That contract ever since. So they've committed to $100 million of Arthur Blank's money. And the guy that they drafted has not worked out. I remember after they beat the Bills on that Monday night game, Michael Penix Jr. said, "We've arrived." And they proceeded to go the other direction since then. It just isn't working. And actually, Cousins playing down the stretch.
I'm gonna tell you, if he don't ever touch the field again, or if, like, let's say something happens and he gets hurt again after this and he becomes a bust, this nigga is on camera saying he want to win at least 5 Super Bowls in Atlanta. 5. Why would you say some shit like that, nigga?
Because he wanted to show the fans that he's confident.
God damn, dog.
Which I can't get mad at him for, wanting to be confident. Well, you could get mad at him, and which is a good reason to be mad at him is, why you playing like ass cheeks?
Well, you see them numbers up there. He playing like ass cheeks. 220 yards a game. Man, this folks get that, my nigga, and they sleep.
Why you playing like somebody about to if you throw this touchdown, nigga, your children's life is in danger. Why you
That's how he playing. Shit's crazy, though.
Could make it worse because it could cause Arthur Blank to say, why did we ever sign this guy in the first place? Cousins is a guy who musters a lot of his arm strength from the lower half of his body. It's not all flick of the wrist Aaron Rodgers stuff. And that base was messed up after he tore the Achilles tendon a couple of years ago, and he's never really gotten it back. And when you watch him play now, he's not the guy that he used to be. And that may make ownership say, we never should have signed him, and maybe we never should have drafted Michael Penix with the twice torn ACL. When something like this happens,
I don't know, dude. I don't know what do. I'm not gonna sit here and say that Michael Penix is done. I'm also not gonna sit here and say that there aren't some quarterbacks that were injured in college and came to the NFL and they did okay. Yes, he's had a twice torn ACL tear. Like, dude, like whoever Terry Fontenot is gone. This is a major fucking fuck up. And people told him that shit when they did it. All that money you gave Kurt, if you would have gave him half the shit you gave him, we've been in a better daggum situation. You would just gave him half of 100. If you would have just went and got, got dang Russell Wilson for 1 fucking year. This nigga took a 1-year contract in Pittsburgh, nigga. That could have been us.
And that's why people get mad and tired hearing my argument about Shedeur Sanders. I was just like, in the last, which is going to be 3 years now, I was like, in the last 3 years, the two players who looked at the best and looked at, in my opinion, we're going to make the better quarterbacks in the NFL was Shedeur Sanders and Jackson Dart.
And look at Jackson Dart now.
He's playing good. He actually has been playing good. That's
my point.
Now next year the quarterback class is ass. It's probably going to be one. It's basically 5 teams chasing after one quarterback in the first round.
Talking about Klubnik?
From Mendoza.
Oh.
And so my thing is, they keep saying all these I'm like, bro, I'll be honest with you, bro. Not one of those quarterbacks, in my opinion, is a top 100 pick. That is in my opinion. It's not even a top 100 pick, bro.
Well.
So you're stuck with Atlanta Falcons. Y'all stuck with Penix and Kirk Cousins until that contract expires.
Mm-hmm.
You are in the Brown situation right now.
Mm-hmm.
How long they have left on Kirk Cousins' contract?
2 more years, I think.
2 more years
after this year.
So what might happen is they're going to probably restructure it to where they're going to take some of that money and it's going to be on dead. It's going to be dead money, probably 28 until 29. So they're going to restructure his contract, which he's going to sign because he is already guaranteed money. So basically what's going to happen is 1 year, they're going to, it's either dependent if y'all, y'all had to re-sign Bijan Robinson or.
We already re-signed Drake. Drake already took his 5th-year option.
Well, that's okay. Well, so Bijan Robinson has a 5th year. Didn't Bijan Robinson and Drake London get drafted in the same draft?
Drake was before Bijan. Bijan this is his I did believe this is contract year as well as Kyle Pitts.
No, this is his 4th year.
Well, they restructuring the 4th year.
No, he has a 5th year option. There's a 5th year team option.
What I mean is this football season they will be making a decision. That's what I mean. Whether or not
they're not making no decision with that salary cap. So they're just going to accept the 5th year option. That's pretty much it.
Mm-hmm.
They can't what he's going to do. Well, he's going to say, "Oh, I'm going to hold out until y'all pay me." They're going to look at him like, "Okay, you can sell out the whole entire fucking year, but we won't have the money." That's the reason why I don't think Tyler Algier is going to get re-signed, because they don't have money.
Well, they're going to have to let go of some people to keep him.
Yeah, and so Tyler Algier, they're going to let go. They're going to probably let go of Tyler Algier and grab a big back in the draft.
Why would you do that?
because they can't afford it.
That's why I said they're gonna let go of Kyle Pitts. They're not gonna resign Kyle Pitts.
Yeah, they're not going to resign Kyle Pitts, and they're not going to resign Tyler. Now, I was thinking about it the other day when you said it.
It'll
And we
make
talked
room.
about
It'll make room because they. Well, another thing is Caleb McGarry's been hurt all year. They might not
and
resign him either.
And they got to get. Well, they're going to get a lot of stuff from draft, but they got to get some veteran. They're going to have to go after at least. Huh?
We ain't got but 5 picks.
Yeah, and so they're gonna have to get at least 2 veteran players, and y'all gonna be looking like, or y'all gonna be. It all depends on what's your salary cap looking like, but yeah, I think
Well, I know it goes
Tyler.
up every year. I don't know how much we got, but
No,
we
it's
only
that.
got 10
It's
mil.
that.
It's only 10 mil.
It's that Kirk Cousins, nigga. That's bad.
I know it's bad. I told you that yesterday. Remember we was talking about this yesterday?
Oh,
And
nigga,
you said how much is salary cap do we have? And you said, oh no, the Browns got bad. And I said, I bet you it ain't as bad as Falcons. Remember I sat and told you it was 10 million. You was like, oh yeah, it ain't as bad as the Falcons.
Well, see, here's the difference between y'all. Y'all actually have a actual like. All right, say the Falcons don't re-sign nobody, right? Y'all still have enough to fill your 53-man squad, right?
Probably.
We have no line on contract next year.
No wonder y'all can't get y'all quarterback can't be successful. I don't know why GMs keep making that mistake. Like you know you got to have a good offensive line, right? You always have to have a good offensive line. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Here now, hold on. I'm going to repeat. We don't have no line on contract for next year. The only person who we have 2 people, which is Joe Patonio, which is, I think he's about to be 34, 35.
Mm-hmm.
He's either going to return or retire. He's more likely going to retire. Or unless he's going to come in, he's going to stay and he's going to be a bridge position. Basically, whoever they draft to replace him, he's just going to be he's going to play until the guy's ready. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Then we have a injury-prone left tackle, DeJuan Jones, who, and I think I have seen him play 2 games in the last 2 years. My bad. He has played 3 games total. I think 4 or 5 games total.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, he's been injured ever since he got signed. He's been injured every single year. And we ain't talking about he's gonna be out for like 2-3 weeks. No, he's gonna be out the remainder of the season. He's gonna be out half of the season. Type of injuries. So, and I think it's his knees. So, and he's a big guy. Yeah. So we have no linemen on contract.
Wow.
We don't have the cap to really sign any. They want to sign a Mac Jones type of player, but Mac Jones is a San Francisco going to want a day 1 pick for Mac Jones.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
A day 1 or high day 2 pick. Now, the Cleveland, my team, they're in an opportunity to actually be smart, right? What I say is, it's like this. Because of Deshaun Watson's salary cap, we cannot afford to go for a quarterback next draft.
This nigga still making money. Ain't stepped foot on the field.
Who? Deshaun Watson?
Yeah.
Nigga like Kirk Cousins.
I know, right?
Both over there, just Birdman. Like, let here, playboy. You want to know how to get this money, got all these billions and diamonds and shit, man. You got to hustle like us, man. If you don't hustle.
nigga straight up lying to folk, boy.
But yeah, so.
Great scamming folk. Kirk Cousins is a scammer.
So, we have to literally go at least 3 to 4 picks in offensive. 5. We got at least do 5, maybe 6 picks just offense alone.
That's crazy.
And at least 3 of those picks have to be offensive linemen. Now, as much as I like Shador, if he can't play, he can't play. Then you're going to have to go out there and get a veteran linebacker. You're going to have to go out there and get a veteran quarterback, but you ain't going to have salary cap to get the top guy. So it's most likely it's going to look like it's going to be Dylan Gabriel, Shador Sanders, and Deshaun Watson in the quarterback room next year. And so what they're going to have to do is they're going to have to just go get the best wide receiver, get the best offensive line we could, because we got no fucking money. At least y'all, yeah, if y'all restructure the Kirk Cousins contract, that might that might clear up $5 million for your cap space.
$5 million.
$5 million, but you don't have that much though. So what you could do is y'all could either you could tell Michael Pickens. See, what they should have done was I would have loved to see a trade between. There was a trade talks between trading Michael Pickens for David Njoku. Not Michael Pickens, Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts for David Njoku. Sean?
Yeah. What about it?
No, I'm saying there was when the trade that was the trade talk to do a player
Kyle
swap.
Pitts for David Njoku?
Yeah.
Hell, I'll take anybody for that motherfucker at this point in time. His Butterfingers ass. This nigga Butterfingers, nigga. Couldn't catch a cold in damn wintertime, nigga. Craziness, man. Please make that trade. Let's finish this up, man.
I bet you it's because it's Michael Penix.
But let's finish this up, man.
Because my bad.
Let's finish this up.
Injury. I start hearing from people who are like, yeah, that's why we didn't have him on our board. Like, he had too many injuries in college. It's a tough, brutal, unforgiving sport. But it's one of the reasons why they bring everyone to Indianapolis and poke and prod them and study the medical records. They're trying to make a projection as to whether or not this person's body is suited to the physical demands of playing professional football. And if it just isn't, and you use the 8th overall pick on him, that's the kind of thing that causes owners to clean house. And I feel like, and I really like both Raheem Morris and Terry Fontenot, but they have to know. They have to know that, it could be, they call it Black Monday. Hell, guys get fired the day of their, we saw it with Gerard Mayo last year. It was basically in the locker room after the game. It happens quickly. And with more teams already having vacancies like the Giants and the Titans, and there may be more, that creates an urgency to move even faster because those other teams are out there doing their due diligence, doing their search already. If you wait until the end of the season, you're behind the teams that didn't wait until the end of the season. So this isn't going to end well for the Falcons, and I have a feeling it's not going to end well for the head coach of the GM. And I think they're smart enough to realize it.
Yeah, and it's an interesting thing this year because
Arthur Blank ain't finna do shit. Arthur Blank ain't gonna do shit. He gonna wait till after the season to fire these cats, or he's gonna give them jokers another year, one more chance. That's typical Arthur Blank shit. If you do any of
It
those
sounds-
things, remember you heard it here first.
It sounds like he sounds like Jimmy Haslam. Kevin Stefanski. Honestly, I think Paul Podesta, whatever the fuck his name is. I think he was the guy that did all the shitty shit for Cleveland Browns, because we went from being a favor for the AFC North. Is it the AFC North? Yeah, the AFC North. One time in 6 years, that's when we had the best. We had the best players and all that shit. Until what we look like now. Goddamn shame.
Mm-hmm. Let's continue on, man.
I think the overwhelming feeling is these offensive-minded coaches, especially like in Atlanta, where you have this young quarterback. I don't know, and you know, I think you have a better pulse on this of who are the names of like these young offensive, you know, whether it's coordinators or young offensive staff guys that teams are just like, man, I send that like the Ben Johnsons of the world, like, because you look at Houston and DeMeco Ryans, I think, is a really good head coach, but the problem continues to be, all right, what's the structure of the offense? How are they going to figure out the offense? You look at Mike Vrabel, very unique situation. He got an offensive coordinator that fell into what you just said, a guy who got 2 chances to be a head coach and it didn't work out. So now it's a good chance he's probably going to remain an offensive coordinator. So it's set. But I look at, you know, Jeff Hafley, and I look at Campanelli, names that have come up for the Giants and different. Those are all defensive-minded guys. Raheem Morris is a defensive-minded guy. The offense has struggled. I just wonder, like, who are those names that teams aren't really rushing to get a head start?
There's no Ben Johnson this year, and I think it makes teams more compelled to look at other guys who have head coaching experience. And the one factor, I know we have to take a break, but the one factor that I continue to harp on this time of year that teams don't explore as much as they should, trying to identify other current head coaches whose teams may welcome a phone call and an opportunity to get some compensation and move on from a guy that they're already thinking about moving on from. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.
Major announcement. Walmart Plus members get early.
So yeah, man. As you can see, my Falcons are done for the year. It is what it is. If I watch a game, if I don't, we're in some major rebuilding mode now, man. I think it's gonna have to be a rebuild time. Once again, I get tired of this shit because every 2-3 years is rebuild mode again in Atlanta. This shit's going crazy. Anyway, folks, it's been nice out there. We about to end this stream and whatnot. I hope everybody had a good night.
Thank y'all for watching. We appreciate it.
Appreciate y'all niggas.
Peace out.